Hi, it's your boy Crypto Expat, back with another video. In this video, we're going to do a hidden gem. I think this one's a really good one. It's really low cap. It's a half decent project and it's already up about 75%. However, don't go away because there is still massive room with this one. I still think it's got a 10x in this particular project, and it's such a micro cap. It's ridiculous. So stick around. Let's roll that intro. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back. Hit that subscribe button and bell notification so when I upload my latest vids, you can get notified immediately. But before we start, let's get to the first order of business. You know, in my last video, I said I was going to do a $10 BUSD giveaway. Okay, we had a bunch of comments as well, so yeah, quite a few comments on this one. So over 100 comments, which is pretty awesome. And let's draw the winner of this 10 BUSD. Okay, so let's start. So good luck, guys. Okay, this was just a random comment. We just got to keep going until we find the correct answer, because there were a few comments there. And Emerson Olivia, you have correctly commented Typhoon. It was a BUSD wallet. So I'll send you $10 with a BUSD immediately after this video. So let's get into the low cap, micro cap gem pretty much. Okay, so this one's called Oxbull. You may or may not have seen it. It is popping around. A couple of people have made videos on this, but it really isn't got out there. It hasn't really got much exposure at the moment. And if we look at it, it's the market cap is only 6 million. Now, I do want to say that I do have tokens. I did buy tokens around about 3.4 million when the market cap. So it has gone up. I've made about 75% profit on it. All right. So I still think there's a lot of room with this, simply because the market cap is only tiny. Like, it's only 6 million. We know how these things go in DeFi, right? Like, literally overnight, they can explode to 30, 40 million. And I think that this is exactly what's going to happen, Bob, because of what I'm about to share with you. So Oxbull, changing the future of blockchains. This is a token on the Binance Smart Chain, so which is good. What is OXB? Blockchain project incubator for tech enthusiasts by tech enthusiasts. So they had this, it's like an ecosystem of 3 coins pretty much. Reflect, the ecosystem coin, a token, which is the OXB, and then they got the governance token. Okay. Now, these are the, so essentially what this is it's like a launchpad project, kind of. They call it incubator. Okay, so we've seen a lot of these around. All right, and this is probably one of the things that this is also a pro and a con, and I'll go through all that in a second as I talk more about the project. So it has, you know, some of these projects have already featured, which is Space Cowboy and Jiggy Finance, and then they've got this one here, which is about to launch this Etna network, and then this this other one here, decentralized exchange tooling, Uniping. Okay, so that's another one. And let's just quickly go into the white paper. This gives us more of a nitty-gritty sort of look. I guess one thing that they have got right is it's on Binance Smart Chain. There's more volume going on Binance Smart Chain at the moment. I don't know why you would launch on Ethereum. I mean, you know, I really think that you're shooting yourself in the foot. Unless, I mean, there's layer 2 solutions that are coming that are already out there, but the majority of, from what I'm hearing, people don't want to pay high Ethereum fees. Even when you get into late second layer solutions, you're still going to have to pay gas. The sudden urge for interest is not without challenges. The power of turning the future of blockchains lies in many hands, smart contract developers and project creators. With the current high demands of blockchain projects and driven by wrong intention scams, rug pulls now becoming more apparent. Oxbull Tech is aiming to change that and help drive new generation on the blockchain project. So that's kind of like one of the things with these launchpad projects. They prevent rug pulls, but they also centralize a lot. They take control of that whole process for their benefit. And I'll explain why in a second. So it's a startup incubator for launchpads. So we've seen a lot of launchpads, okay? So this is, the idea is not new, it's not authentic, it's just a spin-off of something else. So originality, I wouldn't give this, I would give this like a 1 out of 10 for originality, okay? It's got the vision, they want to create more successful blockchain projects, focus area lending, and so they got these lending, borrowing, yield aggregator, synthetic trading, then they got the DeFi platform. So they got these multiple things. I'm not sure how that's going to work because at the moment it's all about the incubator. That's kind of like what's really driving this at the moment. So these are the, I guess, use case services, IDO consulting, blockchain development and tech consulting, and marketing and community management consulting. So the revenue model, essentially it's basically, it's like it's Launchpad, IDOs. That's where they're going to get the majority of their revenue from. So this is the competition. So there's obviously DuckDAO, DAO Maker, BSC Pad, which is also a new one. There's also a whole bunch of them. PokerStarter, TrustSwap, Launchpad X is a new one. There's pools. There's tons of them, right? Here they're saying there's no VC backed. Stage is early, or that is correct. It's very early. The platform, which I feel they've got right here, is the Binance Smart Chain. The market cap here says 1 million, but it's actually up to 6 million now. Obviously, this is an old table. The focus is on tech. So this is kind of like to get into these. Like they all do this, okay? They tell you that if you want to get into these IDOs, you need to stake or hold so much of their native token. So here it says the tier 1 guaranteed slot for IDO. You need to hold this liquidity pair with 4K 0xB, which is the token, for 7 days. 4K, so that's a lot, okay, for 7 days. Or do this other one with 8K. Again, high requirements, tier 2 whitelisting, slot for IDO, and then it's got 4K. Stakers, whitelist requirement on Twitter. And then the last tier, which is the lowest tier, you just need 2K of OXB, and then you just got to get a whitelist on Twitter. So yeah, same deal, like they all do it, okay? They make you stake the token to lock up the supply and drive the price up. That's basically the revenue model, okay? So this is the roadmap. A lot of this, the price of this token, this 0xB, is going to determine like the success of this incubator. So they've already done 2, right? They got 4 here in Q1. They've already successfully completed 2. So I will say that props to that. They have completed 2. They've got secured partnerships. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it's just they're talking about the IDOs. The staking feature launched. Okay, so they got a staking feature, burnt an event which is 100,000. So that's good. So then Q2, they got 6 more IDOs planned, governance model, and then they've got Q3, they got 10 more IDOs planned. Uniswap plan. They've got more burning coming up and so forth. So yeah, it's quite a good roadmap if they can execute it. That would drive the price up. Then it's just got the utility native tokens for the ecosystem. It's a key factor of the incubation process. Being a reflective token, the quality of the fork of RFI or OXB transactions incur 2% fee, which redistributes the tokens amongst all holders. So this is a really good, there's another project called Vault that uses this as well. Okay, so this helps. If you hodl, then it'll help. Basically, if you hold a token, you'll get rewarded. So here's the best part. The total supply is 10 million. 2.5 million is going to be in the pre-sale, which is already happened. Okay, the marketing 0.5, so forth. So, and then this is the team. Okay, so the team is these 0x Ushi, 10 years experience in tech sector, team management, leadership, experience over 100 people, 150 people managing billions transactions per month, yada. Won multiple hackathons. So it looks like these guys here, or girls, like it looks like they're what? Sushi, Wagyu, Kura. They look like they're Japanese foods. So they just use pseudonyms. They seem to have a lot of experience, 4 years experience in tech sector. OX Cura is 6 years in back-end development experience in the tech sector, 100 data integrations, API, so forth. And OX Addo is a rising designer, university, hundreds of illustrations, and so forth. So this probably comes in when they make their NFTs. So these are their milestones. They had the limited edition NFT series sold out in 45 minutes. Okay. So this is their Space Cowboy platform, I believe. Yeah. Okay. So I didn't get into that. I wasn't aware of that. That was before I discovered this project. So they have actually accomplished quite a bit. Okay. If you come up here, you can click on this pool, and it'll take you to this page here. And this is very similar to PokerStars. They show the IDOs listed. So these ones have ended, and then these ones ended. These ones are coming up. Okay. So yeah, similar process. And there's the market cap here is 6 million, which is like tiny. And the maximum supply is only 10 million. There's only 2.2 million out, which is basically about a quarter of the supply is out. But it's a very small supply. Okay, it's very small. You know, in the white paper it showed compared to other, other projects. Okay, so that's one thing that it's got going for this project. All right, such a low market cap. It's still very early in the days. There's only a quarter of the supply out there, and there's only 10 million. So that gets me excited when I see that. Okay, so let's just go through the use case. Okay, so we talked about the use case. The coin has a genuine use case because they use the coin to lock up as people come into the incubator. As these IDOs become successful, more and more lock coins get locked up and they become more valuable. Okay, because there's such a small supply of only 10 million and there's already only a quarter supply out. So this is going to get, I would say, the pros would be it's on the Binance Smart Chain. Okay, so they got that part right. They're like, as of looking at it from this point of view as an investor, they've already done quite a bit. They've already launched 2 successful projects, and they've got some sort of track record, even though they have an anonymous team. Okay, so the cons would be this project is really, it's not original. So they're really going to have to work hard to make this different and make this stand out, because there's a lot of competition at the moment, and launch pads, incubators getting very, very crowded. Okay, very crowded. So tokenomics are absolutely fantastic. 10 million supply, 6.3 million market cap. a quarter of the supply out, is perfectly poised, and the price is only $2.79. As I said, it has pumped about, 71%. That's still very, very tiny in the grand scheme of things. Still very early days in my opinion, not financial advice. The potential of this project, it all depends on the devs and their ideas. If they just have the same old thing, NFTs, same old, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to stand out. So it really comes down to the devs and how they build this project out. Because at the moment, I don't see there's that much potential with it, simply because it's just at the moment, it's just like any other incubator launchpad project, all right? There's nothing really standoutish about this project. So longevity, again, it all depends on how they execute their roadmap. They said that they've got 10 more IDOs coming out in Q3. If they can consistently go through Q1, Q2, and Q3, Q4, with more and more IDOs, it's going to make the coin that much more valuable. They did say they had partnerships, so I'm assuming Jiggy Finance, Etna Network, Space Cowboys would be their partnerships, obviously with the IDOs that have already come out. So yeah, they're good partnerships. They're not recognized brands because they're all startups, but still. Okay, they did mention that they had VC backed. They said no, so they should have enough money to get through. What the VC investors do is they give them money to develop the project, and they provide expertise. So they're the benefits of VC investors. Audits, Q2. So we're not in Q2 yet. We're still in Q1. So they have prepared for an audit in Q2. Okay. The team is somewhat anonymous. They've used pseudonyms. They've said that these people on their team have experience in these, so really it just comes down to taking their word for it. This one here, you just have to take it with a grain of salt and really just judge them on performance, really. That's kind of really all you can do. What would I give this project? I would say, because it's such a new project and they have already got 2 IDOs under their belt, at such a low market cap at 6.23 million, and it really depends on how this project works out. It really depends on the devs, because it's such a low market cap, and because the price is just so ridiculously low. I think there's a possible 10x in this. I reckon there's be a 10x in this in the next 3 months. I would say this is 7 for me. Again, I do hold tokens. Try to make this as unbiased as possible, but early on in this stage, I think there's too much upside than downside, but obviously there is a risk to everything. Do your own research. This is not financial advice. Also, you would have seen a code word that popped up. Use that code word if you want to get into another entry for the Bitcoin giveaway. The most entries will win the following amount of Bitcoin. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next Hidden Gem video.